guys, what's up? This is also not going to be a serious video, but it's not going to be a rant either. It's just something that I'm slightly amused by, in a good way. And I guess, hopefully it'll be a helpful one. It's pretty much the topic's already given away because of title up there. But, well, I'll act like you guys can't guess, just to make things interesting. I get, every now and then, and I'm sure several of you guys who already have channels, I mean, a few of you guys who watch my channel have bigger channels than I do and got, a bigger subscriber base and stuff like that. So I'm sure you guys get repeat questions. You get, like, whether it's through PMs or whether it's comments or either under your videos or your channels, but you tend to get questions or certain statements that tend to fall along the same topic. I get those things too. Probably not as often as some of you guys do, but I get them. And it's funny. The few repeat questions I get, there's one that I get with a bit of regularity. And, I mean, guess. The title kind of helps. It's where I get my music from. I find it kind of interesting. It's like, the type of things that I talk about, whether it's martial arts, and I do get repeat questions on that too, whether martial arts, politics, religion, stuff like that, topics that get other people pissed off at me. The one question that seems to come up a lot is, where do you get your music from? And I find that to be cool and a bit funny. Not funny in a bad way, not like I'm looking at a stupid moron asking me that question. I think it's a legitimate question. I just find it kind of funny that I get it so often. And even in one of my last ones, that was one of the first questions that pop up. Where do you get your music from? Had nothing to do with the topic, but they ask you, where do you get your music from? So, I mean, I've already answered that question a few times in text, of course, as a response, but I think I might as well just put a video up on it. Sort of, just kind of putting a video in, and maybe, I guess, for the people who want to know, where I'm getting this particular genre of music, where they can start, I guess. Though it's a hard question to answer, really. Because, really, where does anyone get their music from? It's not like we have, well, for the most part, I guess, it's not like we all have some secret stash where we're getting the music from. And that when people ask me, what the hell is the secret stash? What's the password, man? Tell me the password. And, and you got to put them through some type of initiation rite, like, late at night when the moon is full, hits midnight. All of a sudden, you and 12 other guys come out in hooded robes, and you got to spank the guy with a branch of a tree, and then have him run around through the village naked with a ball and chain. And after he passes that, then you can tell him the password to get the great music. Now, it's not like that, It's I get my music, I think, pretty much the same way that everyone else gets their music. I mean, you hear by word of mouth, or you catch the name of something, and you hear something, and it's like, oh, that's freaking awesome. What is it? And you find out the name, and you hunt it down. And of course, there's shopping CDs at stores, I used to have a huge freaking CD collection of a lot of obscure stuff. My stuff is almost never mainstream. I lost a good portion of it, though, and I'm trying to build it back up again, but, I'm kind of rambling a bit here. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have guessed that the type of music I like listening to isn't exactly something that you're going to be hearing on the top 40 hits pop radios. Because I hate that shit. I don't really like popular music. I don't think I ever really did. I mean, when you're a little kid, you're kind of caught up in certain pop stuff, but as you grow older, you start streamlining your taste, unless you just never freaking develop music-wise. And we know of some people like that. But I know even as a kid, there were like certain pop songs that people loved, and I'm like, this is garbage. I tended to gravitate more towards. This is hard to say. Cause I was about to say I tend to gravitate towards stuff that sounds like it's the end of the freaking world. Like I like the drums gotta smash, the treble's gotta pierce, the bass has to, shake the earth. And I love music like that, but that's not all I listen to, and I'm sure you guys have guessed with some of the stuff that I've put on my videos. My music tastes tend to run all over the place. I'm a son to a musician. My father was a musician and was in a band for a while before he married my mother. But he still used to play the guitar in the house, and he's pretty damn good. I'm not just saying that because he's my dad. He's damn good. But because he was a musician, he was into so much other music. Like Of course, I heard a lot of Haitian music growing up because Haitian. So I grew up listening to compa and rara music and all that type of stuff. And of course reggae, you know, you got your Peter Tosh, you got your Black Uhuru, you got your Bob Marley, you got your Burning Spear. I've heard all that. And then my father also loved old 60s stuff because he's a guitar player. So I heard Hendrix, I heard Zeppelin. Those two guys, by the way, are probably my favorite freaking... when it comes to, like, you know, old rock and like the old school sound that helped me develop the sound now, Hendrix and Zeppelin are like freaking gods to me. And Santana's close also. I just recently started trying to listen to them. I shouldn't say recently, I've always liked their stuff, but only recently I've finally decided to start collecting their stuff. But I listen to rock, of course I've listened to hip-hop. You've seen my videos on hip-hop, so you already know my opinion on that. I've listened to house. Electronic music, I will say this. Even though I love listening to all types of music, and as long as it sounds good, I will listen to it. But I notice that these days I gravitate more towards electronic music. So these days I still listen to hip hop, but it tends to be more toward DJ-derived breakbeats. It's rare that a pop rap song, and I consider that pop these days. What's playing on the radio is mostly pop. It ain't the real shit. But again, go to my old hip hop videos about it if you want to hear me complain about that. I'm still kind of rambling here, and I'm not really getting into where I tend to get all my music from. This is going to be specifically towards the music that I like to listen to and play, mostly this electronic type stuff, like, you know, chill out, acid jazz, some house, especially jungle. You guys know I'm a major jungle nut. This isn't easy music to collect. A lot of it falls into gray areas, especially when it comes to jungle. A lot of the great jungle classics were made on dubs, on dub plates, and those things can only play for about 50 freaking times before they're gone. And you had old school, like, classic, you know, jungle DJs who would make a track in the morning, press it to dub in the afternoon, and then play it at the club or whatever mini concert or free party they had at night, and then they spin it a couple of times, and then that thing is gone. If no one else recorded it, that music is gone. So you got to be lucky to catch somebody's bootleg of it or something. It's not like you can go to a store and pick it up. And there are a lot of classics like that. So this is hard music to find. I can understand why some of you guys are like, where do you get your music from? A lot of it, you just got to hunt for it. Like, I got a pack of CDs here right now. A bunch of them. I shouldn't say a pack. For those of you guys in New York, you gotta go to, like, places like the Village. Go to the East Village. Go to Other Music. There's tons of great shit like that there. Or in Staten Island, there's a little shop there, and some of you guys in Staten Island know this in New York, called Everything Goes. They have 3 different stores. 2 of them on Bay Street, 1 of them on Victory Boulevard, but they're fairly close by. And the one that most, there's like the first, let's say you're walking from the ferry, and again, this will only make sense to people in New York and who know Staten Island. When you get off the ferry, let's say you start walking down Bay Street, the first shop is the clothing shop. If you keep walking on Bay Street and you see that, like, that little niche there with all the little side stores, and you'll see the second Everything Goes with books. That's where you want to go to get the CDs. And while I was in New York a few weeks back, like in the middle of the summer, when I was out there, I picked up a bunch of these. You can get these for, like, what? Look at this, $1, $3, $3, and this is like old school club hits. Like this one right here is a collection of old house hits. Like who remembers 100% Pure Love? You know, like I got the Vibrations. You know, all those old house classics. This one's like easy listening, chill out music called Soho Station. I doubt you'll find this in a mainstream store. Leaf Classic Plant. I don't know if anyone knows who that is, but it's some decent drum and bass, you know, type stuff here. You know, Prefuse 73. This I got online, though. I'll admit, I went on Amazon and picked this up. I love Prefuse 73. So, I guess I really didn't fully answer the question. All I'm saying is, for you guys who ask me where do I get this music, you gotta know how to shop around. This isn't popular stuff. So you gotta go to thrift shops. You gotta go to the places where subculture likes hanging out. Like in New York City, Village is a great place to go. Staten Island, or if you go to Staten Island, check out Everything Goes. Go to the bookshop, check out the CD selection. There are gems there. I wish I had enough money to clean out their selection. They're gems. Also, you just kind of have to ask, you know, wherever you live, chances are, believe it or not, you're not the only one who likes this type of music. Someone out there else does. And if you ask them, they can kind of put you on to certain spots. And of course, let's be honest, there's also the internet. And I'm not going to be talking about, you know, certain special ways of getting music. But you can also, there are a lot of free places. For you junglists out there, ragajungle.com. Tons of free music there full of this stuff. I'll put links on the side because I'm running out of time, you know, where you can go, but